Welcome everybody. Yeah. And you can just enjoy this afternoon. Yeah. It's most important news. First, it's not a mental lecture. I want to tell you more a bit story. Is it possible if we start now, you just totally open, because it's not like watching TV, it's more like having a date together. Yeah. Because I have one plan. I want to give you a practical meditation experience. Is this a good news? So we are not here to listen to anything and to write down anything. It's more like we entering together a story in the field, and then in the end you might have another day, maybe more relaxed, more happy. This webinar actually has the real title. I thought about what's the real title. Yeah. The real title behind this, what you heard, what you maybe read in the newsletter, is how can we all be more happy, healthy, and be more in peace? Is it a good title? Yeah. So how can we all, because everyone looks for happiness and peace, and the big topic is also how can we avoid suffering in life? Yeah. So actually everyone looking for all these. And I want to tell you a little bit what is my strategy. Maybe you like that. And it's connected with my own story. Yeah. So during the webinar, if we have enough time, the time passes here different than from in daily life, I felt. Yeah. If we have enough time, I will tell you 3 stories. And all these 3 stories are connected. So you can find out at home what's a deeper connection. Is it interesting for you? So 3 stories are hidden here and you find out the connection. Yeah. Okay, the second title of the webinar is 5 levels of healing or 5 levels of being. That's actually a lot the way I teach, and it developed with my growing up and getting closer to all these things. Yeah. So how did this start? Yeah. It started for me with a surprise when I was 14. I was very small in class. Yeah. I saw suddenly a Kung Fu movie. Yeah. I saw the movie and I saw, wow, something in China, they moved with Kung Fu, Tai Chi, but the master was passing by, people were meditating, but there was also some healing inside. I saw herbs, acupuncture, and all these things were in the movie. And I was totally surprised. And yeah. So I was 14. I went out on the cinema. And you see, this is now very interesting. Something touched me in my heart. Because as a 14 years old guy, you don't have a big mental idea about this stuff. I just felt, wow, what is this? Yeah. And this, which touched me in my heart, led to the fact that from this moment on, my life is totally different. Yeah. Next morning, I told my parents, I want to learn Kung Fu. Yeah. There was no Kung Fu school there. It was only karate school. Okay, I start with karate, and then after I do Kung Fu. Yeah. So I was fully ambitioned. All my friends changed just from one movie. Yeah. Just from one movie. And interesting for me was, because at that time I had no idea about this laws of life or deeper things. Interesting for me was, in the movie scene, I saw the connection of movements, the body, healing, meditation, and wisdom, yeah, connected with, of course, herbs and food and all these. Yeah. And also standing straight in life, or finding your posture, all this. Yeah. And dealing with conflicts is a part of that. And this interaction was something which took me. Yeah. I felt, wow, this is great stuff. So because of this, then years passed by, I learned all these things. And then later I decided to study Chinese. And philosophy and also politics, literature, but mostly philosophy, language. And I ended up in Taiwan, which I always liked, for 3 years. Yeah. So 3 years spent it with Shaolin Kung Fu masters and also Tai Chi teachers. And at the same time, I was reading the classic books like the book from Lao Tzu, Tao Te Ching, and all these things. You see, I also looked for this interaction when I saw in the movie, but I still had no idea how it really works together. By the way, if you hear this, it might sound very romantic. Yeah, like, wow, you're in the park with some masters in it. Yes, partly was romantic. It was really like in the movie. Old Shaolin master, they're 72 years old, had 50 years of practice, 5 hours a day. Oh my God, I was really humble. Yeah. And then hundreds of Chinese looked at us when we practiced. Yeah. But it's not all the time like this. Yeah. So also for 4 years, I was practicing in the base ground, and there's a factory also beside there. It smelled like chemical things on stone. Yeah. Outside was 37 degree. We practiced inside with 33. It was totally exhausting. Yeah. So just to give you a feeling how it is at both sides. Yeah. But of course, I had a deep decision in my heart to master all these things and to take it with me. Anyway, so slowly I understood more this interaction of the things. And I also spent some time in my vacations in Thailand and found a monastery where the Buddhist monks were. And I went there already. And actually, in this monastery, I still go nowadays. I've been there nearly 15 times and got a lot of input there. Yeah. And many other things happened. Yeah. So I don't want to tell you about this. Like, it's also boring for me to say this. He studied this, then studied that, and then you feel like, yeah, good now. But what does really happen? Yeah. So what me touches the second story was one part. Was one part. Yeah. And it has to do with the same question. If you just wait for a second when you are here now, yeah. I ask you one question. Yeah. Why you took part in this webinar? Just very simple. You can be very honest. You don't have to answer now. You can say I want more energy, or just had free time to hear that. Or just felt bored, so nothing else to do. Yeah. But we often feel bored and we often need more energy. So if you look deeper, why you really join here, that's important. Because very often there's something behind the whole story. Yeah. And this is what's behind I want to share with you too. So in my case happened something which again blew my whole life off. Yeah. Because I was there now, I was really young. Now I'm nearly, well, 1 year I get 60, and I was 23. I was really young. Yeah. And I thought, well, I'm now here for 3 years already, so getting 24 slowly. But let's think about future, what to do, how to survive. Yeah. Because I just followed my heart all the time with Kung Fu and Tai Chi and meditating with monks, learning Chinese. But how to survive? And I got a little bit, like we all have in life, if you go into another phase of life, felt a bit nervous and oh my God, yeah, maybe I should do something serious. Yeah. Something you can make some money with at the end. You can understand me? Can you raise your hand if you, yeah? This is normal life situation. Yeah, I did a kind of hobby or something. So maybe I should do something serious, because I don't know what will come after this time because normally with studying Chinese, you don't get a job. Yeah. It's not that you're perfect in translation. It's literature and philosophy. We are the last on the list for a job. Yeah. So it was really worrying in my heart. Yeah. Because I put all my life in this martial arts and all that, and Tai Chi and meditating there. And I thought, okay, now I should become a journalist. This would be really great. So I do some writings about culture and this. And for half a year, I really tried hard. Yeah. So it's needed always 3 or 4 good coffee or cappuccino to bring my mind in a state to write with 22. So I felt very exhausting. And now it comes. Yeah. You see, I just came back from the language school and wanted to go on with my writing for a newspaper. Drove back in my motorbike with this normal Taiwan rainy day, maybe 24 degrees, you're totally, or 28, totally wet inside, moisture. Yeah. And I passed a park and I suddenly had the feeling, okay, I should stop here and go in the park. So I stopped, went in the park, and something drew me to this park. So it's a really strange story, and actually I thought, should I tell it? Because I feel a bit naked inside when I tell it. Yeah. And maybe you might think I'm a lunatic or something. Yeah. Yeah, you might think that. Yeah, I might think so too if you tell the stories, and it may be a little bit gone. So I went to the park, and I was standing in the park. It was raining, and nearly close to sunset was the 6 o'clock Asia time. And I was standing there. Why I stop in this park? And I looked around, and something dragged me here. And then I felt the presence of someone coming close to me. I thought, wow, there's a presence, someone. I looked around, and suddenly a monk standing in front of me. And this monk I've seen already 2 years ago, or actually 2 times, very short, and we liked us a lot. He was my age, actually. He grew up meditating all his life. He was from Nepal or something. Yeah. He always wearing a kind of sarong in Taiwan, which was strange too. So the monk came to me, looked in my face. I looked at him, and I never had something like that again in my life. He actually didn't say a word. He just went to me, didn't say anything. I haven't seen him 2 years. He took my face, just like that. He said, Carsten, what happened to you? You look like an adult already. Where's the child in you gone? What are you doing? You lose your innocence. I was totally blown away by that. You know, it comes to, actually, it was like a master taking my face, said, hey, why your ego takes over? I get goosebumps now when I tell it. I couldn't believe this real. I thought this is a hidden camera or something, but was real. So what happened, of course, we had a talk after and all this, but I went home and I thought, if something like this happens in my life, comes a monk, takes my face, says, actually, I go a wrong path. I become an adult, so where is my innocence? This pure child, which is open for everything. Yeah. Then I will make a deep decision. Yeah. So next day, I decided to stop all writing, all journalism. I wrote a letter to my parents that I go a different direction. They didn't understand a word of what I'm doing there. Yeah. But I decided again from this day on, I will practice 3 to 4 hours Kung Fu and Tai Chi every day, not only 2. Just go for that. Even I didn't because I also felt I don't want to open a kung fu school. You become a guru for 8 years old at the end. This is really the most boring thing which could happen. At that time in the story, I didn't know why this works. Later, or why this happened, I found out like certain moments when you really open, life speaks to you. If some pure part in you comes through, or a decision has to be made, the life speaks to you. And yeah, so I had suddenly a very deep trust into this unknowing, and I just went for it without in any direction where I will end up. So don't have to tell much more. That's just one thing. Of course, later I went home, opened a school for Kung Fu, Qigong, and then met Master Chi, also other masters, many monks, and learn a lot about therapy work. And yeah, before I had no idea there's something like inner Taoist practices which I can teach. I had no idea when I was young. What I was learned was easy Qigong for people who are old or sick, so some movements in the park. Yeah. So this was then a whole story which unfolded. And because I went through different things like therapy work a lot later on too, plus yeah, movements, meditation, silent retreats, and so on. Yeah. So slowly I got a deeper picture of the whole thing. And the deeper picture has actually to do with how I teach and how we can really change, and also how we can really achieve happiness and freedom. Yeah. And it has to do with the 5 levels of healing, or 5 levels of being. Yeah. And we have a picture for this, but we don't need now in the first minute. Yeah, very simple. You can see the basic level of healing is actually the level of our body. Yeah, and this is also the reason why I love this Taoist practice so much. Actually, it's a practice from ancient China. It's a wisdom tradition. Yeah, because you all know that we are now in a period or in a time where most people are totally in the head, where most people don't move enough, with so much input in this digital world. Can you follow me? Can you follow me? With so much input in the digital world that we don't really feel us, that we actually mostly not really present. Because mostly we are half here and half somewhere else. Yeah. Because so many things go on in us. Yeah. This is different from 2000 years ago. But I love this Chinese, or actually it's not only Chinese, it's this Tao approach, this approach of bringing the body, strengthen in the body, get in contact with your resources, get more grounded, more balanced. This idea of using the body as a vehicle and combine it with meditation and medicine for an inner transformation. Yeah. From my view, is one of the most helpful tools in our modern age. Yeah. Because as I just mentioned, we lost our contact in the body. So this is also, I just said, the level 1 of our being and our healing is the healing of the body. Yeah. Level 2, maybe you also already know, is the healing of our energy field. Yeah. This is what they in Chinese medicine call all the meridians, which go through the whole body. Yeah. The meridians are just a network of qi, network of energy in us. So both levels most important in the healing. And you know already, yeah, it's not only many people don't feel the body. Nowadays is also two big problems I found out. A lot of toxins many people have, like mercury, aluminium, and other stuff, like poisons from daily life, also nickel from the cars, all this cadmium. A lot of poison is in the organs, makes people tired. And also quite a lot of poison in the brain already. But the second part is too much radiation from mobile phones and all this. And the mobile phone sendermast, the station, yeah, is in the brain. Yeah. You see, because I also do coachings and I check many people, and nearly 70% are tired of toxins and the radiation. Yeah. But our body and our energy is our vehicle for change. This is the start for our healing. You listen to me all, but can you see me? Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Can you raise your hand? Yeah. Okay. So the sense, most important, is that we need a healthy or vital body with more energy in us than we need for daily life. So this energy we can use for healing, for creativity, but also to connect with our wisdom, our inner potential, to really have a spiritual development. This is the point. Yeah. So we can see the picture now of the 5 levels of healing and being. Yeah. Okay. Yes, you see the body below, I already talked about it, and the energy. And to make a conclusion, my conclusion is, if the body totally tired and your energy low, there will be no big change in life and no healing will really happen. So we need a body which is also flexible, open, and alive, and an energy flow in us to actually send a start to work with deeper aspects in us. Yeah. So what are deeper aspects? You see, deeper aspects is also the third level. This third level, we can say, is more a hidden part in us. So our subconsciousness with our beliefs, sentences, with old emotions, old pattern in us, and also some traumata, or in other words, unreleased conflicts. Yeah. So this is actually the middle level of everything. Yeah. And we can take the picture back for a moment. Yeah, yeah. So here is a very important part. Yeah. Even you might do movements for years and some work with energy for years, you might not deeply change if on a lower level of your existence or my existence, some things are really frozen. Yeah. Like my belief sentences or old traumata and other things. Because this level is deeper, it's more hidden. And when I feel energy move in myself, this level is not touched. Why not? Because it's energy. Yeah. So you see, there's a tendency in the inner practices, just a tendency, people who have a lot of fear of, or feel I'm not loved, or no one loves me, very often try to cover this with more energy. Can you follow? Yeah. Or like building a kind of energy castle around them. That means the topic goes deeper away, and outside you present yourself very strong. Yeah. So that's one motivation for people who do martial arts, for example, to be strong. Yeah, but maybe they don't love themselves. And there are many examples. Yeah, just one example. I was a bit like that when I was small. I wanted to be strong. Yeah. So the major part in every teaching, also my training, is to create an open field. It can be also a field in the group, which is supported by open sharing, communication, and special exercise, so that this middle level can melt. Yeah. And we can really be more honest, be more true. Or let's say just really be there. Very simple. And just share what really is. Like now. If you just hear, yeah, connected with you, with me, just really there. Yeah. So this is one exercise to create a field that we become much more authentic, not performing anymore. And there are many other exercises which I use in class also. Yeah. Can be field work, can be some stress release. Yeah. Yeah. So this medium level is most important for everything, and we can go back to the picture. Yeah. To this picture. Yeah. It's most important for everything, because when this is melting, and this also has to do, of course, with our body structure and the way how we present us. When this is melting, something can come through from a deeper dimension. It can also come through before. Yeah, deeper dimension is now more like you're meditating or you're in a deep communication or something else, but you're leaving your mental state. You're just in your present. You feel your field is already melting. Yeah. Deeper dimension can also be you're in a vacation and you just look at the ocean. You feel, wow, your heart opens and you become so wide and transparent in this moment. Yeah. So this can also happen in daily life. So when these deeper dimensions touch us, we generally get a deeper understanding of life, get a deeper understanding like how we are connected with life, or we feel more carried, for example, more embraced from life, or we get some insights what we should do or what is good. And to make it simple, we could talk about this 1 or 2 hours here, only about the 5. You see, there's an intuitive field. This is a smelting, and non-duality is the highest dimension. It's like you feel a kind of oneness with life itself. Yeah. But we can take the picture back. Yeah. Just, yeah. Now, very simple. You see, the body and the energy make healing and change impossible. So help us for really being there. The higher dimensions, from there comes a download, like an information. They really change us. They really change our trust in life. They change our decisions. Because they give us the vision who we are, why we are here. And I look at some of you, you look at me a little bit like it sounds very far away. No, can already happen today. Yeah. Because it's always here. Yeah. So the higher dimensions give a lot of input. Also, a deep energy with a message, like in the heart, penetrating your whole existence. The only point is, when you are not connected with your body, you're already tired. And let's say when our inner fear and ego patterns block everything, this message will just be like a TV spot. It will not really reach us. It has no meaning. We will not do anything. Because we don't have a body to follow this change. This is actually very easy, the whole 5 dimensions. If you listen to me, who felt easy? Yeah, you can feel a bit more easy. It's really easy. Yeah, it will be practical later on, but it needs some time. There will be many detailed things later on, of course. Yeah. Most important here is now if you see this interaction, yeah, if you see this interaction, what is from your view important in the teaching? Many masters here in front of me, I just ask you, yeah, if you want to teach, because no matter why people come, yeah, like most people now come for energy and health and all this, but actually, what's the deeper reason? Everyone wants to be happy, peaceful, and connected with life and understand deep things. Yeah. You only want energy, you can drink a coffee or Coke. It's the truth. Yeah. So if you see this, all levels interact to a deeper peace, yeah. And now you would give a class. It's your webinar, by the way. How would you teach? Okay, I ask you, would you do in a 5 hours class, a 3-hour lecture? No. Why? You see, the lecture will not reach anybody because they're already full in their head. It's why I told you, I tell you just a little story from my life. You don't really listen to my words. You see the picture of the 5 levels already clear. Don't listen to me mentally. Yeah. So will you do in a whole day class a 4 hours workout with movements that everyone really goes to the end? You will do that? So if you do that, I ask you, do you think in a workout with a goal that the soul of the person take part? The inner child takes part? Who thinks the soul and the child will join that workout? They will not. Because all based on learning, all based on doing, all based on a success in future. I will do workouts too, but not many hours. No. So generally, I develop a kind of strategy is in my classes first because everyone full in the nerve system, mostly not connected with the body. Yeah. So means people are nervous or tired, yeah, or not present. This is including all of us, also me. This is a typical thing which happen. Yeah. I generally create a state of having vacation longer. So I do many things where people have free time and just follow a simple meditation, or I give a healing session, or you just learn to listen. Sounds simple. With exercises combined. Yeah. But generally in all my classes I say, don't write down anything. Don't try to learn anything. It's actually only the ego wants to learn things always. Yeah. Just be there. And be really there from your heart with your weak points too. And then, this is my idea, enjoy a journey. Yeah, I always in classes of 3 or 4 days, I like to bring people in a deeper journey with all aspects of life. Yeah. Because we are multi-dimensional beings. We are not only body beings. We need contact, we need sharings, we need being embraced. Also some breaks, some things with voices, some things with body, so that in the end you even don't know what happens there. But because then if our whole existence is in that, we change. I already much over the time. I just ask you, you see, really connecting to this 5 dimension is a little bit like a love story. I told this in the beginning. Yeah. Very often people don't have any idea what I talk about. Yeah. So every spiritual journey, including the body energy, is like a love story. So if you fully fall in love with someone, yeah, you know this maybe recently or long ago, no matter when, yeah, you feel like this person appears, you're what? You're what? You're fully there, right? Is this correct? You totally fall in love. You're not there. You're like, okay, I first write down what's your name. You know, let me write down what's your biography. I make a plan. Maybe we meet in 3 weeks. This love's already finished. Yeah. What is the second point? Why you fall in love, sir? Because your energy opens up, your heart opens up, and the other person sees you. Say, oh my God, he is she nice. Also, heart energy opens up, right? Am I right? Yeah. So this is the start of a class. Now, 2 people can touch, can be heard, but they also normally not heard in the beginning. Yeah? They enter a deeper story. They do what? They sometimes marry in the end, you know. Why? Because they are willing to leave the comfort zone. You see, all spiritual journey is about that. It's the same like a love story. The whole class is like a love story. You follow your heart, you go for it, and something will touch you. Isn't it great? Yeah. Isn't it great? Because, I must, is it good I finish this talk? Otherwise we stop in the middle. We want to do exercise, I have to finish this. So could you show the iceberg short? Yeah. Yeah, you see this also a picture on our website, and you can see here, this iceberg symbolizes ourselves. So the outside part is more our ego structure or our daily life pattern. We have a border. And then we go more down. It's more the subconscious level, like more down in the water, subconscious level. And if you go more and more down, this is actually the core of the iceberg here. It's, ice is frozen water. It's frozen life. If the frozenness opens up, it's just water. Yeah. So our person is just life in a frozen state. So where's the heart of the iceberg? You see, very simple. It's below the iceberg where the arrow is now. Yeah. This is the inner heart. This is your essence. This is the essence inside all of us. Yeah. So we can take the picture back. Yeah. You see, all teaching is about that. We connect to our essence and the same time to all the other levels. And that's why I say it's a love story, because in our body, it's our heart which connects us to the place where we come from. Yeah. Heart is not just emotion, feeling. Yeah. Our heart connects us to our essence. Yeah. And very often makes some weird decisions out of the plan, yeah. Out of the box. Yes. You like that? Yeah. I know you like. I see your face already smiling a little bit. Yeah. You see, I tell you an experience at the end, because you can already guess about the whole strategy of teaching, and we will do a little experience now in a minute. Yeah. But what I sense over the years, yeah, if you really with your whole being in a class and your heart open and you feel a safe place, and there are also exercise with contact where you can share and touch together and all these things, yeah. If you really with your whole being there, then everything together opens a kind of door. Because you're leaving actually your comfort zone, like in the love story. Yeah. And then something else can happen. So what can happen then? Will you tell us, Carsten? Should I tell you? Okay, I tell you that. Yeah. And I couldn't believe this last story. I couldn't believe it. So some years ago, or 5 years ago, in the 4 days, in a workshop in the beginning, 4 days workshop, I made this experiment. Sorry, my English. So you now hear the story. There's an experiment that people like you and me now are seeing a movie about 3 minutes. Yeah. In the movie, you see 20 or 15, I don't know, the basketball players, yeah, playing the ball from left to right, yeah. So I throw the ball there, and he swallows the ball. The ball comes back and goes very fast, yeah. Then one guy asks you, okay, please count very clearly how often do they throw the ball. And it looks easy, but very complicated because they move the ball beside the body and hide it, and they threw it. Yeah. So everyone counting very seriously. Me too. I was really counting. Okay, how often they move the ball. But you know what happened? In this movie, there's a gorilla. Actually, it's a human, but it has a gorilla, how to say, costume, a gorilla dress. A gorilla is walking through the picture in the middle of the basketball field, not very fast like an ant. He moves through the picture, stops in the middle, makes this. You see a black gorilla, yeah, makes this, and goes to the right side. So I ask you now, what do you think? How many people saw, sorry, something popping up. How many people saw the gorilla? 100%? Yeah, about 40% saw something disturbing the game. Maybe a black spot. Yeah. But I think 10 or 20% really saw a gorilla. Yeah. You see, this is how our life normally is all the time. When our patterns, we need something, we really always concentrate on this. Even now, when you're here, yeah. Just maybe you think, oh, lecture is boring, or I already know that, yeah. Oh, we'll go there in future ones, yeah. We all easy in our own story. If you're really open, just forget your story, your personal wishes, then all this healing will generally naturally happen, by the way. Then you might see the gorilla. The gorilla is the Tao. It's always there. Wants to talk to you all the time. It's your essence. But we're always so busy. It can also come as a message, like with a monk before. But just something touched you deeply in your heart. Yeah. So when this happens, many, many doors open. And again, the good news, it's already there. a last point. I just got an email today from a woman who took part last week in my 5-day class, The Tao of Wisdom. And she sent me some feedback. I asked for how was the class, and she sent feedback. We also did some field work at the end, so constellation work with some fields like your ego, your fear, or your wisdom, your potential, your old patterns. And after 4 days, you really become empty if you don't write and don't read and all this. So she was standing on the wisdom field and said she was totally blown away, all her life blowing away, like impossible, incredible. So much wisdom comes out there. And we communicated, and she said, and it's already there. It's already there. Now, it's not in future. I just cover it all the time. Isn't that a great news? Isn't it a great news? I don't see you. Come on, is this a great news? Is this your reaction? A little bit head shaking? Yeah. Yeah. Why isn't it's a wonderful, you see, if we really open, we can connect to very deep aspects of ours. And this might be life-changing also. Especially in this situation of the planet and how life is. In the last sentence, we actually deeply as human come from ego patterns and surviving patterns. And in company, and this is shown as making profit, which all natural. But the result of is the planet how it now is. With climate change, no resources, animals die, and we still maybe have 10, 20 years. So it's not only about our energy. It's about a new mindset for us, a new understanding in our heart, how we cooperate, how we start to love each other, and how we start to really feel nature and see we are part of it in our heart. So this is my idea. And that's also why I love the Taoist practice, because they have so much contact with nature. The idea nature should touch us, we are part of it, is very deep in it. Long talk already, right? So we do some exercises, is good for you. Yeah. And maybe I will make 5 minutes longer, but I hope you stay, you don't run away. Yeah. So Satish has one more picture. And it's a picture of the organs. Yeah. So I will do with you maybe 5 or 10 minutes body exercise, some stretching, breathing, so you really feel yourself. And then when we will embrace our heart and send the essence of our heart to all our organs. Yeah. You see that it has the liver, the kidneys, the lung. Yeah. Just very simple. Just send the essence down, because the organs also have to do with our vitality and our emotions, both. So it's healing our emotions, giving us more vitality, but we also arrive deeper in our body. Yeah. And there's another picture, the next one with maybe heart shining down something. Do you have that? Or should I look for it? I do it. Here it's coming. Yeah, okay. You see, this is also very important in many meditations, also in Taoism, but also Buddhist systems, other have this. If the heart shining down to the belly and to the perineum area, we get in contact with 2 our resources. This is one, our love, and the second, and the perineum and the kidneys, it's our essence, like the energy or life force we get from our parents. Okay, you can take this picture back. Yeah. Just want to tell you this also a deeper idea in meditation, connecting with your resources and bringing them together. It's a bit like a lotus flower. We have the yin, the root, the water, and the ground. And then you see the sunshine, it's shining. Yeah. Get the picture of the lotus flower in the beginning. Yeah. And very often this is splitting away because of our desire and too much action, and we want to take control all the time. So there's so much fire and we don't have enough essence anymore. And this sounds a bit funny, like I talk about ancient China or Asia. Actually, this is the situation of the climate change now. So what we find in us is what we carry out. So the main idea in this Asian concept is using our love and heart also to nourish ourselves, calming down and bring it together with the essence of water, the calmness in us. And this supports also for deeper peace. Yeah, just a short introduction. It's also the main concept in the summer retreat I give in July. Get in connection with your resources and later on bring them together for more energy, but also peace, stability, and connection to nature. Yes, you can join me now for a short time, half an hour. We do some body movements, some organ meditation, and I will sing some mantras at the end. Is this good? Do a healing session. So if I do a healing session, just let go, just relax. Don't have to know what I'm singing. I'm always singing good mantras. Yeah, for health, wisdom, connection, inner truth. All this is all the same. Good. Okay, we need 1 minute for me here for fresh air. You can also use maybe the bathroom or drink a sip of water, and then we start standing. And I'll lead you through the heart experience. Okay. So find a good posture and just move around your body. Am I on tone? The tone, everything is okay. Good. So just move around my body. And you can clap the navel. And the back part. So the other side of the navel is the spine, with the belt normally touching the vertebrae. Again, feel your belly getting warmer and massage your neck also. Okay, short stretching, just stretch up, and forward. Release your spine. So stretch one arm up, and forward again. And the other side. Forward. Open. Okay. We can move the hip. Just spiral the hip, feel the body gets more flexible. And moving the spine, breathing in. On your toes, out, round back, like a turtle. And moving in, Stretch up vertebrae by vertebrae. And again, in, out. So last time. All right. Very good. So we shake the whole body, feel the belly warm. This is a standard Qigong exercise for getting rooted. You can make a little sound like oh, oh, oh. Whole belly gets warm. Oh, oh. And now I also shake my arms and hands so I can release a lot of stress from my body. Arms, hands, fingers are shaking, yes. And only the belly. Relax. There's a nice one in real life, is a breathing of the abdomen. So this supports the whole abdomen area. You're breathing in, you pull the abdomen up, also the perineum floor. You're letting go, it goes down. And it's more like in, out. You're standing like this really deep. Now, no breath. Breathing in the suction out, the chi energy goes down. Again in. Perineum floor comes up, and breathing out, you relax your heart. And to become stronger, just fill your perineum floor and the hands same time, breathing in, like breathe in your navel. And your kidneys, put the hands on the kidneys. And then just clap. Very good, and you can use this basis of an inner force to go in the crane neck. Move the whole spine. And also massage your vertebrae from your sacrum to the lower back, middle to the neck. So lumbus, up to thoracics, and the neck vertebrae. Come back to the middle, just standing strong like a Shaolin person. You can go up and down. Also left and right. Feel you're rooted. Great. Up and down. And slowly come back. And relax your leg. Take off tension. Can be a bit like throwing the leg away, or you want to make it longer like a spaghetti. You just Release, and all the hip releases. Yeah, other side. Okay, so we come to a very nice breathing exercise. It is, just follow me, breathing in, breathing out, letting go, breathing in, out, I blow wind, sound, breathing in again, out, one more time, in, out. And I come closer, I show you this one time, and then we do it some minutes. It's more meditative. You see me, right? See me? Yeah. Okay, like one, breathing in, letting go, breathing in, out. Now out is the vertebrae become round, the chest goes in, the arms become very long. Yeah. Now breathe in, out, in, out. Last time in, and the chi goes down. This is actually for the heart and for the lung. Okay, we do it together. Are you ready? I open one window for the air here. And we just do it in silence for some minutes. Follow me. Ready? Breathing out. Last instructions in. Chest goes in, arms long. I fill my lung. I relax my lung. Just follow me. And relax. So breathing in. Let go. Breathing in. Out. Fill my lungs and I relax. And hands down. Your lung starts to open and also your heart starts to open. My heart lives inside my lung. Maybe 2 or 3 more times. Last time. Now my hands will stay in front of my heart, in my chest. I feel them shining into my chest, into my heart. And in this state, we just sit down on our chair in front of the computer. So you just can close your eyes. Just embrace your heart. You can also put your hands on your chest. Or if they're too heavy, just let them drop down. And you can contact your heart like a friend, like just knocking at its door, or you're sending a smile down. Traditionally, it has a red color. It can also be red here. It disappears on its own. Can you sense your heart? Does it have enough room? Does it feel healthy? And you just can come closer. Sometimes it's a little bit shy, or it's already fully there. And maybe really feel its presence. How does it feel? And you can also just embrace it a little bit to wake it up, like embracing an innocent child. And I can also ask my heart, because we just have a short personal talk, very intimate. Dear heart, what do you need to be really happy? What do you need to be fulfilled? And what do you wish from this life? I'm just there. And maybe there comes a word or just the silence or feeling. An insight. But my heart might also be just touched that I asked that. So we both become more close. And I can thank my heart for sharing this presence, for just being there, listening to me, or for the answers, the words, the resonance. I just embraced it one more time like a friend. Just hug it. I'm so thankful that you are there. If you want, you can say that. And now, very naturally, I follow my heart when its love and healing essences are shining into all cells of my body, like an inner sunshine, very soft and lovely. It's filling now all my organs. My arms and legs, muscles, bones, down to my fingertips and toes. And for a moment, I can join the journey of the love of my heart into my lungs. Traditionally has a white color, the organ of contact, the organ of my breath. The presence, love and energy of my heart is penetrating my lung. Nourishing my lung. Maybe I sense that it's becoming tingling. Sometimes the color changes, gets more soft or more white, or the lung becomes bigger. The love and essence of my heart and my presence penetrating my lung. Sometimes I just feel my lung more, get a deeper contact. And this presence, just being there with my heart, initiates an inner healing, an inner integration. And healing means I become more one with myself, with life. Now I can drop down into my heart and just follow my feeling. Or I let my heart shine down into my belly. I can drop into my heart or my heart shining down into all my organs. Down in the belly, I can see a lake in the belly, a lake of energy. I drop down there, or I drop down deeply in my heart. And now we can enjoy a short healing session with some mantras. Mantras come from this fourth and fifth dimension, but they go down to the first three dimensions. In Satish, you can show the picture of the lotus flower during the healing session. But just in case you have some pain somewhere, or emotional trouble, anything, just throw it into this session, like throwing it into the ocean of life. Any pain, any emotions. And just enjoy this healing session. Starting in silence, maybe you feel your body already softer or moving slightly. Be sure you're all on mute. Now our hearts can contact with the deeper field. Om. Shisama, 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 Shisama. Shisama, 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 Shisama. Shisama, 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 Shisama. Shisama, Mabindama, Rara, Haganga, Shala. Sabindama, Nali, Gana, Lida, Hamaza, Shankichu. Shisama, Mabin Dama Rara, Haganga Ashala, Sabin Dama Dali, Gana Lida, Hama Sashakichu. Shisama, Mabin Dama Rara, Haganga Ashala, Sabin Dama Dali, Gana Lida, Hama Sashakichu. Shisama, Mabin Dama Rara, Haganga Ashala, Sabin Dama Dali, Gana Lida, Hama Sashakichu. Shisama, 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 Shisama. Shisama, 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 Shisama. Namo Umi Tabaya, Namo Umi Namaya, 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 Namo Umi Tabaya, Namo Umi Tabaya, Namo Umi Tabaya, Namo Umi Tabaya. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya. Chula, 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 chula. Holla, 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 holla. Can just relax for a minute. Also, after this webinar, can, if you like, lie down or relax, just go in this state. Not for now. You can massage around your navel or touch your heart. If you like, touch your senses a little bit. Yeah, nice to see you all back. Happy you joined with a bit longer. There's still openness for feedback or questions. You can raise hand if you like. I see some of you. So, who feels really relaxed now? Wow. Who feels tired? Some tiredness. Yeah, it's also natural or good because it means you go in a healing state. Who felt something in the heart, your heart more, something like that? Great. Yeah. Someone felt some shaking at the end in the nerves or some release. Yeah. Okay. Some old pain coming up in between. Yeah. Some people raise hands. Well, I don't know why I didn't hear me. I was on mute suddenly. Don't care. A healing session took part anyway, if you hear me or not. So we had it's the truth. One time there was blackout for half an hour on the computer, and the person at the end said was the biggest healing session. Didn't hear anything. So life also playing here a part. Yeah, we are open for if you're not tired of me or of this webinar, you can ask a question if you have a question in your mind, or yeah, and Satish will lead that. If you want to, if you can raise your hand or write in the chat. Yeah, if it's a nice question, though, maybe, or simple one, easy to answer, or some feedback.
Yes, Carsten, maybe I have a question for you. People attended now your webinar. It was online. I think it was already quite good experience. But if they want to see you physically in action, how and when can they see you?
Oh, this is your question now, or written down?
Yes, now that's my question.
Okay. No, physically will be next retreat will be in summer in July 10 to 17. Yeah, and first 2 or 3 days are healing Qigong and then more meditation. This is in July, and next one will be in October. I think it's 2 to 6, I'm not sure now. Beginning October, about a strong life force, strong bones, strong brain. This is also about healing the brain and interact the brain with the bones. And yeah, it's a big topic. Yes. Yeah. This is next time in the Netherlands. Then, who could enjoy this time? Great. Yeah, thank you. So, hope to see you again, maybe in summer or later. And yeah. Satish, anything from you at the end?
No.
No, everything fine.
I think a big applause for Carsten, if you like it. Will be soon a new webinar, I think end of May. Another inspiring one, but Carsten already mentioned, if you like it, come to the summer retreat. It will be fun, inspiring, and a lot of new insights, always for me. So then I will thank you all for joining, and I hope to see you the next time.
Okay, and I have 2 webinars in plan. I don't know which you like. We can ask. One is the Taoist meditations in our modern times. So what's the essence in this meditation? Yeah, this is Taoist meditation in our modern times. Or the other is the essence of mantra practice with a longer healing session. So the first one is more about how to take care about your life force and your aging process also, and really connect to your resources. Yeah, these are 2 ideas I have. Hope you enjoy it. So see you. Bye bye. And enjoy the Sunday.